Why is this Super 7 Ultimates Ralph Wiggum the coolest thing Ralph you will ever see? Well, let's find out. It's my favorite time, which is time to unbox one of these toys. Now, as you guys know, I've been talking a lot about Super 7, and sadly, they no longer have the license for The Simpsons, even though Jack Pacific has it, and the stuff they're doing is cool too. I guess it's kind of a good thing because I probably would be spending an awful lot of money on Super 7 figures. These are now very special, and I have a number of them. But this one in particular is Ralph Wiggum, and he's one of my favorite characters. He's ridiculous. In most of the scenes, he's completely ridiculous. So we're going to unbox this guy, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ralph. And on the back, it's got a great illustration of Ralphie, and looks like he's eating paste, which apparently he does quite a bit, and he looks really like he's enjoying it. It's full on, you know. It's not just a little taste. You may have done that as a kid. I never did. I like the smell, but I never had any desire to taste it. But I know kids that did, and they would dig in like it was lunchtime. And this is my favorite part.
I almost died!
And it's Ralph Wiggum. And look at all the fun stuff going on this figure. I have not seen it. I just ordered it, and I did not actually look through all the things.
Can you open my milk, Mommy? You said I wouldn't have so many nosebleeds if I kept my finger out of there.
It's a great, you know, they just a lot of attention to detail. The red insert makes the figure pop. I'm traditionally trained as a graphic designer. I do a lot of work in design, and so I have a lot of things to say about packaging and presentation. And Super 7 does it probably better than anyone else. You pay for it, though. If you look at the detail on this insert, it's all the Simpsons characters. Guy. Look at this guy. It's just really great. Now, I have a Playmates version of this figure, but look at this. The hair. It's like a separate layer of strands. That's a new sort of approach that I haven't seen done before. He's pretty articulated. He actually has a knee joint, which for a figure that's this short, that's a bit unusual. And they're obviously pretty stiff right now. And even the ankle rotates and moves too.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
Let's just go through each one of these accessories because I think they're actually all really cool and they all represent episodes in The Simpsons that Super 7 has spent some time putting into this lovely figure. So obviously the Ralph I Choo-Choo-Choose You Valentine is probably one of the most iconic Valentine's cartoon moments that I can imagine. I don't know if you guys did this when you were kids. I did it. I never enjoyed it. I always tried to give the girl that I liked the Valentine, the best Valentine, and I thought for some reason that would mean something, and it never did. And I always got the "you're a good friend" I got all the really, like, there was nothing, just to make sure you know there's nothing going on here, okay, buddy? Those are the Valentines I got. So I can relate to Ralphie's little incident. But in the episode, you know, everyone's dumping out tons of Valentines that were all in their boxes, and Ralphie's shaking it, and there's nothing inside, and he starts to cry. And Lisa witnesses the whole thing. And in an act of empathy, she writes out a Valentine real quick and sticks it in this box. And it was, "I Choo-Choo-Choose You." And Ralph's heart was instantly healed. And then he falls hopelessly in love with her, and he follows her around to the point where she couldn't take it anymore. And she says something on TV, it breaks his heart forever. So, classic Simpsons, you know, no good deed goes unpunished. Classic. So anyway, that's the I Choose You card. I love it so much. When I saw that was in this toy, I was like, I have to have it because that makes all the difference. I know actually the Lego minifigure I think has the same. No surprise there. They don't miss a trick either. So, and then this one, warning, do not hug, which goes around his neck. So Ralph had a hugging booth at the school where he was giving away free hugs, which Principal Skinner obviously didn't like. So he was like, hug me, hug me, hug me. And then Principal Skinner came along with the sign, warning, do not hug. So he's still asking for hugs with the warning, do not hug sign on it. Probably because he couldn't read it. But that's where this comes from, which I think is awesome. And then, of course, the paste hands. You know, they come with different hands that you can swap out. So there's the hand that holds the paste. And then there's the hand that holds the dauber, the paste top there. In the show where Ralph eats paste quite a bit. He was eating paste, and I think the kindergarten teacher asks him, Ralph, are you eating paste? He says, no. He totally is eating paste. And there's another scene where there's some kind of emergency or something, or he's under a desk and he's gobbling down the paste. Ralph really liked the paste, and he gobbled it down. And I knew some kids that ate the paste. And then tried to convince other people that ate the paste. You know how, like, kids, when they do something stupid, the best way to make themselves feel better about it is to get other kids to do the stupid thing too. I was never one of those kids. I would never go along with anything that anyone ever suggested to me. And to this day, I will not. So, for those of you that know me, no, do not try to get me to do something stupid. I'll come up with my own stupid things to do. Like this show. Anyway, it's the cat computer. And there is an episode where Principal Skinner is showing the new computer lab to Superintendent Chalmers. But this computer was actually a Coleco computer. It said Coleco on the actual episode, but I guess they couldn't get the license to put that on there. But he goes into the room, and it's one computer with a desk, and it's Ralph on the computer, and he's typing in the word cat, and then it meows, and then he says, I'm learning. So, and then he calls Superintendent Chalmers Super Nintendo Chalmers. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Yeah, it's Ralph Gold. It's Ralph Gold. So they had to have the computer in there, because I think that's a fantastic Ralph moment. This is the banana hand. So it comes with a hand with a banana on it. There's actually quite a bit of online stuff where Ralphie has a banana phone. He's like calling on a banana, but I actually wasn't able to find an episode where that actually happened. I think for some reason there's a lot of like images online of Ralphie with a banana. There was an episode where they were on the bus and they were doing a race, and I think Nelson and Bart put down fruit. It was go orange, go apple, and then Ralphie puts down a banana. Go banana! That's the only banana reference I could find. Now, if you know of a banana phone reference from the show, put it in the comments, because I looked extensively. I think that they probably saw this online, which is a great image of Ralphie holding the banana phone. Like, hi, I'm listening to... I couldn't find the episode. It doesn't mean that doesn't exist, but I'm not sure. And I refuse. My integrity is too high to say that I know for sure that banana phone thing actually happened when I didn't see it. So, that's the kind of integrity you're getting here. Alright, so this is the Ralphie head swap, which is pretty awesome. And this is an actual scene in the show where there's ice cream, an ice cream truck, and for some reason Ralphie feels inspired to take an ice cream cone and stick it on his head.
I'm a unitard!
I saw this. I didn't know what the reference was. I thought maybe he was bullied. Turns out he did it to himself. Ralphie doesn't need a bully. He's his own bully. One last thing. And this is a beef that I have with this Super 7 figure. Now, there should have been a finger. They should have had a finger hand, okay? And somehow or another, get that finger in his nose. And that's as close as I've been able to get it. If Ralphie can't pick his nose, he's not Ralphie. Look, it's right here. I know he's eating paste. And I know you got the other things. Man, you gotta do the finger, bro. Anyway, that's the only thing. It's a fantastic figure. I love it. It's great. And, you know, you can still get these. They're still out there if you're looking for some fun Simpsons figures. They're not cheap. The Super 7 figures aren't cheap, but it's sad that they lost the license. It would have been cool to see them do some of the other figures at this scale. Would have been fun, but good for me. I won't have to spend the $1 zillion it would take to get them all. All right, so that is my unboxing of Ralph from The Simpsons Super 7 Ultimates figure.
Why do people run from
They're
me?
super cool. It's a really great figure. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe. And leave some comments, even if it's a thumbs up or a heart or, I don't know, a smiley face or one of those faces with the eyes going, I don't know, something. I got more toys to share, so hang in there. I'm doing the best I can getting these videos out.